Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny. Today I'll be showing you what I did in Taronga Zoo in Sydney, Australia. I didn't do a direct flight to Sydney. I went from Dubai to Bangkok, Bangkok to Sydney, Sydney to Christchurch with no rest, coming back straight to Sydney that night. And then from Sydney back to Bangkok, Bangkok back to Dubai. It was a total of 8-day multi-sector trip. I started off my day by taking the train to Circular Quay train station. That's where the Sydney Opera House and where the harbour is.
Seal, living in its natural habitat, the Opera House steps.
In order to get to the zoo from the harbour, I needed to hop on a ferry ride.
Now look at that, eh? They tell me it's a New Zealand fur seal, but I don't think you swam that far.
Although it was a bit windy and it rained a little bit, however, the ride wasn't so bad. The main entrance of the zoo is actually on top of the peak, so you have to take a gondola in order to get in. After getting off the cable car, there is a gift shop, and next to it, there's an information desk. Now, you can get a map from them and take your own tour, or they offer a one-on-one personal tour for an hour for $5 Australian just for the section where the Australian animals are. My very first stop at the zoo was the Koala Bear Center. How can you go to Australia without looking at these adorable animals?
No, I'm back out. That's the piece from yeah, so the solitary animals, the reason we get away with having the 3 koalas in here, especially being boys, is only because they're juvenile. So once they hit that 3-year mark, we will have to separate them. Well, chances are we will keep one at Taronga and 2 of them will get sent to different zoos. The reason being, boys are easiest to transfer around and move between zoos in order to mix up genetic diversity. Where they can move between it quite easily, they now have small little patches of unconnected habitat. And for a solitary animal, that can pose quite a bit of problems. So you've got a small patch of land, you've got koalas breeding, population's getting bigger. All of a sudden you have too many koalas in a small area.
So it's a tree kangaroo. Originally they inhabit in trees, however, over the years they've learned how to also live on ground as well. This one is trying to cross the road. So all over the zoo there are different obstacles hanging on the poles. I guess they have competitions and challenges for people to climb across the zoo. So let's go see some kangaroos. Alright, so sorry guys, I was trying to vlog inside the nocturnal center, however it was too dark so I couldn't get anything, so I apologize for that. Anyhow, we're gonna go see kangaroos, so you definitely can see it because it's outdoor, lots of sunlight. So they're just having a relaxing afternoon, obviously. Lying in the sun. Look at this little one. He's just chilling there. He's like, whatever. And the one next to him is dead asleep. And this one is busy eating, having his brunch. There's Emu. Look at him. Emu.
It is kind of disturbing after seeing all these cute, adorable animals at the zoo, and you go to their local supermarket to see different types of animal jerkies. In the morning, there are a lot of zookeeper shows around 11 to 11:30. In the afternoon, there's a lot of feeding shows in different centers, and it starts around 2 o'clock all the way to 3:30.
So I took that cable car to go up onto the peak and slowly walk down to here. Beautiful the habitat is.
I love the fact that all of these animals, they're not afraid of people because they're so used to them. Look at all these adorable seals. The one that we saw earlier from Sydney Opera House came from one of these families.
Okay, so a little bit of facts about the zoo here. It is the second largest zoo in the world, and the top 10 zoo, actually the top 10 best zoo in the world today.
The zoo itself's got a gorgeous view of the harbor. If you do get hungry or thirsty halfway through your trip, don't worry, zoo's got you covered. They got a few restaurants in there as well as cafes for you to have some cup of tea or coffee.
Y'all cry, who is still black today.
To welcome everyone here to Taronga Zoo with those nimble feet and passes it straight to her beak without having to come down to land. Such an agile bird. Now these birds are not just amazing hunter. They're also a really successful scavenger as well. So you'll find them flying around the way that she twists and turns with the greatest of ease. Their wingspan is quite big as well, and that tail, it acts just like a rudder of a boat. There we go. And that helps her to turn sharply throughout the sulphur-crested cockatoos, but also the black cockatoos as well. This here is Kajandi. She is a female red-tailed cockatoo, and you can tell she's a female because she's covered in all those yellow dots and stripes. The male, though, on the other hand, they're pitch black with that stunning red tail. This is Geary. His name actually means red, and he's going to demonstrate that because he likes to fly. Now the reason why they're out hunting in the daytime is because of some of the food they like to eat, other birds. So what they will do is they'll find a tree, explode into action. They have to be pretty fast as well because other birds, they're extremely hard to catch. I'll let you in a bit. Oh, did you get it? You did? Awesome. Well, if you keep sitting underneath her tail, you'll get it again. So do you want to come and stand up here with me? And you can actually take a photo of that beautiful face. Now these are a bird that really do use their hearing to come on down and find themselves a meal, where the barking owl, they do use their eyesight. But you can see that design of that face, that love heart shape. Well, they're specially designed feathers, and they actually filter the sound back to these huge ear holes. So she doesn't need to see her food at all to be able to eat it. You know what beautiful birds you might see flying right over the very tops of the trees. On behalf of the birds and the keepers, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the show. Any questions, come on down. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much, everybody.
So it's called a sun bear that has a yellow or white markings on their chest that looks like a sun. And that's why they're called sun bears.
This is probably my closest encounter ever with a giraffe. They purposely hang the branch in front of the fence so we can take pictures of them up close. To the end of my trip, and guess who came to greet me goodbye?
It's usually really cold. Because the boys look like that and the girls.
Yeah, no, it's okay. This is coming. Overall, I enjoy the park. I spent about 3 hours here by myself. The admission was 55 Australian dollars. Included the cable ride, which is this one, and the ferry ride round trip, as well as the zoo admission. Now, if you come on your birthday, you do get to pay $1 for your zoo's admission. Overall, I had a wonderful time at the zoo. I spent a good 3 hours there. I think I arrived around 1 o'clock and left around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is their 100th year anniversary at the zoo this year, so I believe that there's some parades at night as well. So definitely get a chance to go check it out. This has come to an end of my visit at the zoo. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed, and see you soon next time. Bye!